Well, good evening, everyone. Welcome back to this week's edition of the Detox Divas Wellness event. Tonight is the Deep Cleanse walkthrough. We start this on Sunday, the 22nd, with our 7-day prep. We're going to go through all of that, kind of what to expect over the next 3 weeks. And I'm telling you, if you have not done a cleanse yet with us, you really need to. It is such a health changing benefit. Like, I have so much energy, so much clarity after one of these. And because we're working on the liver at the same time, we get to release some of those emotions that have been holding us back. So, super excited for this. So, I'm going to teach you tonight everything you need to know by day one. I have a 30 tips and tricks that I will share with the recording, it probably in the comments, because Facebook is kind of weird about links. And so I'll share that with you. And then I've done a couple lives this week too on my personal profile to kind of walk my audience through it and to help everybody else. So let's get started. So I'm Tina Heuermann. I'm a wellness coach advocate. I'm an international best-selling author, founder of the Detox Divas. I specialize in detoxing and root cause healing. Really, that's kind of the root of it, through detoxification protocols, mineral balancing, and terrain health. When the terrain health is healthy, then you're healthy. And so that's what we do around here. We work on that root cause healing. And I walked through my own healing journey from grief, addiction, from a body that was really failing me. And I came out of it on the other side because I found the tools that actually work. And I'm so excited that I've been able to share that all with you along the way. But this protocol is one of those tools. And I've done a lot of detoxing over the past 4 years. And this is the best detox I have done out of all of them that I've done. So our owners are Paula and Ben Scarcella. Paula is our CEO and founder. Ben is the vice president, and her husband, Green Organics, was founded it'll be 15 years, August 1st this year, that Green Organics came into existence, which is pretty exciting, by Paula, with a very simple vision: pure products, honest ingredients, and a company built with integrity. We started as a passion for plant-based wellness, grew into a family of a brand dedicated to bringing healing power of nature to every home. So we have the two companies. We have Heart and Body Naturals, which we're going to focus on this evening. And we have Go to Sauna, which is our essential oil personal care line, and the new, recently new, feel good, be good, do good email subscription that gives you that 3-minute pause every day. And I don't know if any of you are doing that, but I highly suggest you do. It's under $10, and it just gives you that 3-minute pause in the morning so that you feel empowered to start your day. Alexandria Brighton is our master formulator. She's got probably 50 years of experience in plant medicine, aromatherapy. She studied under some top doctors, and one is even a holistic oncologist out of Germany that she studied under. Her formulations are not thrown together. They are intuitive, science informed, and rooted in decades of expertise in herbalism, aromatherapy, and traditional plant medicine. We say our products are different, and she really is why. Without Alexandria, I don't think we would have the leverage to stand on the foundation of really truly having some of the purest products on the market. So before we go any farther, just a quick little disclaimer. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. The products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. The information provided in this presentation is for educational purposes only and is not intended as medical advice. Always consult your healthcare provider before starting any new supplement protocol. Individual results are going to vary because we all have all different bodies and systems. And the testimonies experience we share within our community reflect personal experiences are not guaranteed outcome. If you're currently on medications, do not discontinue or alter your medications without consulting your prescribing physician. This protocol is designed to support your body, not replace medical care. So let's get into it. So the protocol here is just a little overview. Week 1 is the liver pep, actually week 0. This is starting on Sunday. And if you're a day or two late, that's okay. You can just pop in as soon as your products come if you've not ordered yet. I would order tonight if you need to. It might get there probably Monday or Tuesday if you're in the US. So like I said, it's okay to jump in and do that then. We typically try to do this over a full moon because that's when parasites are most active. And but you can start your 7-day when your product gets there. So if this interests you at all, please get that ordered tonight so that we can make sure that you are cleansing with us in the group. And so the liver prep, we're very unique company in our detox protocols because not many people, I've not seen any companies that actually do the prep, the clear, and the restore at the end. And all of this just makes for a much healthier experience and a healthier body for you. So week 1 and 2, we're going to actively go after those parasites, cleansing, starting with the binders on day 3. And then week 3, day 15 to 21 is the restore, the liver repair with the gut rebuilding. We finish what we started. And so you do not do a parasite cleanse without opening the detox pathways first. I see a lot of health influencers and people suggesting parasite cleanses without suggesting that liver prep and that restore at the end. So I feel very fortunate that we have got such an intuitive and intelligent formulator that puts these together for us. So liver support is our first step. That's the one thing that we are going to be taking. This will be taken 8 times a day. So just set a reminder on your phone for about every 2 hours. And you'll just take that with your water. And so this will be a great way to make sure that you get all your water in because that's really important. Having that water to help push those toxins out and cleanse the system. So in here is milk thistle, barberry bark, burdock root, pluparium root, fennel, ginger, and golden seal root. So I did want to do a little ingredient spotlight here. Most well-researched liver protective herb on the planet is the milk thistle. And it's safe at therapeutic doses. It's strong antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties that protect liver cells from toxic damage. And then the barberry bark, which is actually berberine. We have a standalone berberine product with apple cider vinegar and some other things in there. I can't remember what's all in there right now. But that's going to help support the bile acid homeostasis. It enhances bile acid uptake, used historically to improve liver function, also shows anti-cancer effects on breast, lung, gastric, liver, colorectal, ovarian, cervical, and prostate cancers. Those can be found on PubMed right there, where I cited those sources. Again, not medical claims, just sharing some information from PubMed. Vitality is one of my favorite things. I drink this every single day. I add my supplements to it. Sometimes I drink it alone. I have a glass right here in case my throat gets scratchy while I'm sharing my passion with all of you tonight. And in this is the organic green tea, the matcha, oolong, red clover, passion flower, cacao nib, cinnamon, yerba mate, licorice root, burdock root, chamomile, Eleutheru root, lemon peel, alfalfa, ginger root, and clove. And so what you're going to do, this is what I do because I drink it so fast. I don't want to have to wait for it to brew. And the longer the tea leaves steep, the more potent the tea is. And this will be the same with the parasite cleanse para cleanse when we get to that later too. So I will boil 1 to 2 cups of water. You can also just run water through your coffee pot. Put a tablespoon of the tea leaves in a glass measuring cup and pour that hot water from your coffee pot over the tea leaves and just put that in the back of the counter and let that steep overnight. You're going to drink 4 to 8 cups of this from day one, which is the 22nd, -7, through day 21. Vitality is going to be your hydration through the entire event. And so, like I said, you can add your liver support drops right to that. It's a little spicy, the drops are, but I have taken them straight under my tongue and then just drank my water after. And like I said, the longer this steeps, the more potent and more vitamins and minerals are going to be extracted from the leaves. So batch it up the night before. If we start Sunday, you can get this started on Saturday. Go ahead and start it now if you have some, because you should be drinking half your body weight in water right now. So this runs, like I said, the entire protocol. Then we bring in the Paracleanse tea, and this, I have become addicted to this. I have to limit myself on how much I drink of it. There's a certain bitterness to it because of the herbs that are in it. It has to be bitter to make that liver work. But I've gotten past that and I just love it now. So there's 3 different stages. And a beginner, if you've never detoxed before, this is kind of your gentle start. There's an intermediate, which is your deep cleanse. This is the one I'll be doing because I just don't have time to grind herbs and put them in capsules and then take those for 7 consecutive days. So the beginner, you're going to do a teaspoon in 8 ounces of water. You can convert that to the gallon too. Intermediate is 1 teaspoon per 8 ounces. Again, you want to keep that about 175, 185 degrees to keep the constituents and the herbs intact, all the adaptogens in there. And again, that's coffee pot water. That's the temp for coffee pot. So let's do some spotlight ingredients in here. And this is one of the things too that's very, very important to understand. Not only are we killing the parasites, but that clove in there, that's also going to go after the eggs. And so much like when, let's say your dog gets fleas or you get head lice, you always have to have that second and third treatment in order to capture all life stages of those parasites. And so this captures them all in once. I do suggest doing this 2 to 3 months in a row to make, especially if you've not detoxed a lot before. But so wormwood, that is a significant anti-parasite activity. And clove, again, that anti-parasitic activity, programs cell death, no adverse cytotoxic effects from that. And then black walnut hull is, again, that antifungal activity, enhance that antimicrobial. It also is anti-parasitic in itself. Purge tonic. I was doing some deep dive into this. I did this about a year ago when we first brought Purge Tonic into our product line. But what I didn't realize at that time is that Purge Tonic has the basic foundation of ingredients for the Essiac tea. And I don't know if any of you have heard of Essiac tea, but Essiac tea in the holistic world is typically consumed by somebody battling cancer. And so Purge Tonic has that foundation of ingredients that is very comparable to Essiac tea. So this has the dandelion root, the burdock root, rhubarb root, pau d'arco, cat's claw, sheep sorrel, and golden seal. And for those of you that understand herbs and plant medicine, you can see right there that that's a brilliant formulation by Alexandria. So you're going to put about 10 to 20 drops of this in your Vitality several times a day. Take this with your meals. And then works with the Paracleanse to release the stubborn organisms. And side note, like I said, is the Essiac tea. So you can just pour yourself a glass of tea, add your Purge Tonic drops to it, and you will have that foundation right there for this stage of the cleanse. On day 3, so day -7 to day 0 is our liver prep. Day 1 is when we start our parasite para cleanse and the purge tonic. On day 3 is when we are going to bring in the day 3 is when we're going to bring in the binder. So we're going to stir things up. We're going to start killing things off on day 1 and 2. Day 3, we're going to come in with that binder. In that, you've got the activated charcoal that's from the coconut shells, bentonite clay, fulvic acid, my favorite, Corella, spirulina, kelp, psyllium husk, milk thistle, dandelion root, and parsley. And I said this on my live the other day, that parsley on your plate when you go out for dinner is not just a pretty, it's anti-parasitic, but it is also an amazing digestive aid. So make sure you eat that parsley when you're done with your dinner. So with this, you're going to mix 1/4 to 1 scoop in 8 to 10 ounces of water or juice. And then drink that once daily, starting on day 3 through day 21. And don't worry, I know this sounds confusing, but I have a chart ready for you that you can screenshot so that you know what to do on these certain days. So if you, side note, if you're on medications, please space the binder out 1 to 2 hours away from the meds. We're not replacing the medications. We're just supporting the organ that has to process them. But the timing really is important. So your liver is taxed if you're on medications because they are synthetic. They're not plant medicine and your body doesn't recognize it. So your liver has to work extra hard to process those. And so this binder is going to help your liver get rid of those nasty chemicals in there and detox. So let's spotlight here. So spirulina contains 60 to 70% protein with all essential amino acids. It's rich in essential fatty acids and antioxidants, demonstrates antioxidant and anti-inflammatory and immune modulation properties. Then we have my favorite, the fulvic acid. This also modulates the immune system, influences oxidative state of cells, improve gastrointestinal function, substantial evidence for preventing chronic inflammatory conditions. I tell people fulvic acid is foundational for any health regimen. And I'm so incredibly grateful that it is included in this. It's also in the matcha tea that we're going to talk about later. And also, if you go to fulvic.info, there is an alphabetized list of many, many, many different diseases that will link you to scientific studies on fulvic acid. A lot of them will say shilajit as the base of what was tested, but fulvic is the real deal. And most shilajits are from a rock formation. They take chemical extraction sometimes. It's just not something I would ever promote because it's not the pure natural source. It's not the root healer, right? They're trying to get the fulvic when they should just be taking the fulvic. So then colon support is going to come in, and this is day 3. This is with that binder. So the binder and the colon support are going to go together. The paracleanse and the purge tonic are going to go together. And the liver support and vitality are going to go together. But vitality is going to be the whole time. So you're going to be making a couple gallons of this tea throughout this 21-day detox protocol. So if you are not pooping, you're not detoxing. So you've got to be going to the bathroom. You want to aim for 2 to 3 bowel movements a day, daily during your cleanse. And because that's your main detox pathway. So we want to make sure that you are pooping so that you don't feel sick and bloated. We don't want that. There will be some bloating, and I'll get to that later, but for the majority of it, you're not going to feel too bad. Then we bring in that HEPA Detox essential oil blend. I love this. I just saw one of my girls talking about this. She puts it on before she goes to bed so her body can utilize the plants and herbs that are in this essential oil while she sleeps, when your body does most of its regenerative work. So this has the carrot seed, peppermint, lemon, and rose hips oils in it. And you're going to put 1 to 2 drops over your liver. That's just directly, I didn't know this when I first started. How silly is that? It's just right below your right rib cage. And you're just going to put that on there and rub that in. And you can also add 1 to 2 drops or 2 to 3 drops in your juice, in your heavy metal binder, in your vitality, all of that. So let's spotlight that carrot seed oil in there. Significant antioxidant and hepatoprotective effects, reversed decreases in liver antioxidant enzymes, and reduced hepatic damage. Then we have the peppermint oil. Peppermint oil is amazing for digestion. It significantly promotes the bile and bile acid secretion, upregulates gene expression involved in that bile acid synthesis. Gut check. So now we are on day 15 of the cleanse, and this has ceremonial grade matcha tea, green tea, coconut water powder, blue agave inulin, monk fruit, microbiome X, citrus flavonoid extract, and again, that favorite fulvic of mine. You're going to put 1 scoop in 2 ounces of cool water, whisk that up or froth it until smooth. Add water for tea or milk for a latte. Do like an oat milk. We want to stay away from dairy while we're on a detox like this because of the mucus. And then this will go day 15 to 21 and beyond. If you've got gut issues, which a lot of us really do, then this is something you might want to consider taking every single day. So most protocols tear you down and walk away, but we rebuild. And that's what Microbiome X does. In fact, it's clinically studied on a 12-week. It showed significant shift in the, actually, it's the microbiome. It showed significant repopulation of the gut microbiome in a 12-week period and reduced gut inflammation. So that's pretty exciting. That's one of the reasons that's in there. We want to make sure that your gut is healthy because that gut-brain connection is so incredibly powerful. Then we have the blue agave inulin in there, and that's a prebiotic. So you don't have to take those. We've got that right here in the gut check. And that promotes, that's gut bacteria. Susie had talked about some of that when she did her call, the gut bacteria. And improves that intestinal barrier function, laxation, and mineral absorption. Then you got that fulvic in there, right? And that fulvic is going to increase the bioavailability of everything else by 65 times its weight. So pretty exciting, pretty potent stuff. But again, you're not going to have any adverse effects because we're going to walk you through how to do that. Now, this is going to be the free product, this sleep magnesium spray. If you have an existing account, you'll want to create an auto ship, and then you can edit that at any time. But if you create the auto ship with the deep cleanse kit, you're going to get a free full-size bottle of sleep magnesium oil, which is our free product for February. And this is going to be amazing to help your body relax more while you're detoxing. So use this every night. This delivers highly absorbable magnesium. It's 100 milligrams of magnesium per pump through the skin, bypassing the GI tract, so you won't have issues with that. And magnesium is responsible for over 300 enzyme reactions in the body. And a deficiency makes you twice as likely to die, according to the Journal of Intensive Care Medicine. So magnesium is very, very important for the body. Applied topically, it's going to calm that nervous system. It's going to ease that tension, and it's going to signal that body to say, we can rest now. Let me do my job and you sleep. So it has the lavender in there. It's got the ylang ylang in there. Plumeria and Divana works as an antioxidant and sedative to help bring you sleep. So you're going to spray this on your feet and legs, shoulders, chest. You can spray it wherever. I do want to mention that if you are magnesium deficient, this is going to sting just a little bit. And once your body has enough magnesium in it to function, then that stinging will go away. So it might take a couple days for that stinging to go away. But like I said, a deficiency makes you twice as likely to die. So put up with that stinging for me because I care about you. So that is typically $29.95. But again, that is free. If you are brand new and you've never ordered from the company before, that's going to come automatically with the kit. So here is the chart. Feel free to screenshot this, and I will post this also. But this is kind of your timing chart. The 22nd is your day -7. And the liver support every 2 hours, vitality, 4 to 8 cups a day. Week 1 is going to be your vitality, your paracleanse, your purge tonic. And then on day 3 and beyond, we're going to add in that binder and that colon support. And then week 3, we're going to continue with that vitality. We're going to continue with that binder. I would say continue with that colon support just for that added microbiome support in the colon. HEPA detox daily. Actually, you can use the HEPA detox through the whole thing, optional. But the guide does say week 3, but your liver is going to be really working extra hard. So I personally will be using HEPA detox daily. And then gut check is where we are going to be restoring that gut and replenishing the minerals that were taken during that cleanse. And just week 2 is going to be your most difficult week, because then you're really going after those parasites. It's really all the products have been building up in your system on week 1. And so expect some tiredness, maybe some headaches. If you've got peppermint essential oil, rub that on the back of your neck and on your temples. Be cautious of your eyes. A friend told me, actually it was me. I got some in my eye one time and it was not pleasant. And always wash your hands after applying it, especially if you're going to go to the bathroom after, because that was another mistake that I made. Not fun. But just give yourself grace during those weeks if you are feeling kind of funky, because your body's going to be going through a lot. It's going to be really working hard to detox. We're putting your body into a state of detox, and that can be a little taxing on it at times. You might feel tired. You might have those headaches. So here's what you're going to expect. Week 0, this is the liver prep phase. You might have some headaches. You might have some fatigues. You're definitely going to have some cravings, increased urination. Your body is already starting to release. That vitality is going to make you go pee more. But that means it's working. So week 1 and 2, these are the die-off symptoms. You might have some breakouts on your skin. I was talking to a friend whose husband had done these, and he would get like these little water blisters on his skin when he's detoxing, when he's done our detoxes. And that's just normal. Brain fog, body aches, weird dreams, waking up between 1 and 3 a.m., emotional release. I always have an emotional release on these detoxes, and it feels so good on the other side. You might have some bowel changes, and this is all normal. Week 3 is when you're going to start seeing a turn in your health or in how you're feeling. Your energy is going to start to return. Your mental clarity is going to come in. You're going to have better sleep. You're going to feel less bloated. And this is what you've been working for. This is what you've been working towards. And so this is the celebration week, but we're still detoxing. So you still have to be good. But if it gets too intense, talk to whoever shared the products with you, and they can help troubleshoot. Maybe cutting your serving sizes in half, drinking more water, taking a bath in some Epsom salt to help pull some of those toxins out, and rest. This is not a race. This is a detox. So here are some support tips for you. Castor oil packs over the liver. I've demonstrated those on some of the calls before. Put the castor oil on the castor oil pack or a clean cotton flannel piece of cloth. Kind of soak that in a little bit and then add your HEPA detox and then put that over your liver. That's going to be great. There's also, if you Google foot reflexology chart, you are going to see a chart that where all of our organs are tied to the bottom of our feet. And there is a specific liver point on the bottom of your feet that you can massage some of that HEPA detox into the bottom of your feet also. You're going to want to drink half your body weight in ounces of water every single day. You should be doing this all the time anyway. Epsom salt and or fulvic baths, 20 minutes minimum, 30 is optimal. I added the Paracleanse. No, I did actually. I added a cup of Paracleanse to, last time I did this, I added a cup of Paracleanse to my bath water. And I also added a tablespoon of the heavy metal binder to my Epsom salt with my fulvic acid, with my, I think I did L-Stimulate because my lymphatic system also needed some love. And I mean, you guys know, I've said this, I love detoxing. I detox all the time. I had probably 1,000 parasites in my bath water. Some were swimming. I had to get out. Like it grossed me out. Not a lot grosses me out. So, but I will warn you that it does kind of leave your bathtub a little bit of a mess. There's something in the heavy metal binder that creates like a floating foamy type something on the top. And so, but it feels like it's really good for your skin. But it will, it is hard to kind of rinse off. If you've got a detachable shower head, you're good. I just used a window squeegee and put it all in a pile and then scooped it all out. So just a caution, if you add the heavy metal binder, that's what's going to happen in your bathtub, but it's so worth it to be able to get rid of those parasites. Rest without guilt. If you need a nap, take a nap. That's it. If you want to sleep in a little bit longer, sleep in a little bit longer. Lemon shots every morning. Take a tablespoon of organic lemon juice or squeeze half of a lemon into a glass. Add a tablespoon of olive oil. If you have cayenne pepper, you could put that in too. I use my cayenne pepper tincture in there. And drink that every morning before coffee, before anything else. And speaking of coffee, you cannot drink coffee because it's full of mold, mycotoxins, and just chemicals and stuff. But if you have our Nova or our Java Slim coffee, you can have 1, maybe 2 cups a day if coffee is something that you can't live without. Dry brushing. There is a kit in the store. It's the L-Stimulate bundle, and it comes with, I think it's $29.95, and it has a free dry brush that comes with that. It's an excellent kit. I have mine hanging right outside my shower door so I can give myself just a quick brush. You're going to start at the, you're going to start at your feet and slowly brush up to your groin area. You're going to continue north up to your heart area. You're going to brush down from your neck, down from your arms, from your palm to your armpits. Everything goes to the heart. So that's how you dry brush. You can look it up. There are some videos on YouTube that show you how to properly dry brush. If you've not done that before, that's excellent for your lymphatic system. Your lymphatic system does not have a pump of its own. And so it needs us moving. It needs us bouncing. It needs us rebounding. It needs us dry brushing in order to get that. And it also needs us drinking half of our body weight in water, not an option. Sleep spray every night, 100 milligrams per. That's free, like I said, but use that sleep spray at night so your body can totally relax, your nervous system can let go, and you are able to allow your body to do the healing in there that it's desired to, that it's really wanting to do. Box breathing. Box breathing is very helpful, especially on those emotional days. I would actually grab a journal, do the feel good, do good, be good reading every day, 3 minutes. You're going to breathe in for 4. We can try this together now if you'd like. So I went, yes, thank you, Sarah. So we're just gonna pause just for a second here real quick. And I want everybody to breathe in and count to 4. Now hold for 4 and exhale for 4. Do you feel that sense of calm that just came over you? It's going to come in very handy on those emotional days, but even on a stressful day or some day when you're really beating yourself up for something you did, then this box breathing is very good for you. Just count to 4 in, 4 hold, 4 out. And that's just going to relax that nervous system. If you're having trouble falling asleep, it's a great thing to practice. You can do it more than once. And that is going to help relax you so that you can get that sleep that you deserve. So I want to touch back here on the medicine. So your liver does process those medicines, and a sluggish liver is not metabolizing them efficiently. So if you're on medicine, or if you know somebody with a lot of medications, their liver is overworked, it's dying for attention. And this liver portion of this, there's also a 3-day liver cleanse, is going to be very beneficial. This protocol supports your liver so it can do its job better, including processing your medicine better. So we're not replacing those. We're just supporting the organ that handles them because it's so taxed. And again, space that binder 1 to 2 hours away from all medications. Oh, I love that. So healing is your birthright. Your body knows what to do. You just need to give it the support it needs. We are one of the few companies that do it the right way, and we are so grateful that you chose us. I did forget to add Coach Marcus's training call at the end. Let me just pause here real quick. Thank you so much for showing up tonight. Detoxing is something that I'm extremely passionate about, and I just am so grateful that you are here for that. And I do hope that if you're on this call or that you're doing this detox with us. And I promise you that by the end of this, you're going to say, why didn't I do this sooner? So I care about you guys so much. And is this something you all do every other month? We do them frequently. We'll do it again next month because it's a good time. It's spring cleaning, right? We want to get all the parasites out. One round typically doesn't get all of it, so we do want to follow up the next month. We're going to do parasite the deep cleanse this month and next month, and then over the full moon, and then we're going to roll into insulin health or metabolic health and insulin resistance after that, once our body's all clean. And for people wanting to release weight, your weight loss hormones are released from your liver. So your estrogen is also processed. I'm going to be teaching a lot on that coming up here soon, because that ties into the liver. My mom passed away from estrogen dominant breast cancer. And so that's kind of a passion of mine. And I'll be kind of doing some more education on that as well. So if sharing these products is something that you are interested in and you want to share with other people to help them, we have these weekly training calls. So you don't have to know everything about the products. You just plug your people into these calls so that they can learn about the products and the protocols that we do. Health banner in a poster story. Yeah, absolutely, Gina. It sure is. I just wish the logo showed up. I did have the HBN logo there, but it didn't seem to hold. But I will share that later. How about I'll share a clean copy in the group. So coming up right after this call here in about 20 minutes, Coach Marcus is one of the top leaders in the company. He's a multi 7-figure earner. And we're just so grateful to have such a servant leader with us. And he is There we go. My internet blew. So hello. Okay, so Coach Marcus is going to be teaching on the benefits of sharing these products with your loved ones, and that is at one team, one dream hangout.com. And that will be at the top of the hour. So go get yourself that deep cleanse kit. Let's get ready to detox and start this spring cleaning. Jessica did drop the link to Coach Marcus's Zoom in the chat. So please hop on there and get to know him a little bit. He's an amazing, amazing man. I just think the world of him as well as all of you. And so grateful for your time tonight. So I will get the recording posted. I will be sharing some of the graphics from the presentation tonight. And what else? Oh, and the product information. I'll walk you through the cleanse. I'll be with you the whole way in the group sharing information. So have a great day. I love you all. Bye-bye.
Bye.